Hi, welcome back to the channel. Sorry, it's been almost a year. I'm just getting back into playing again. I had some life happen, so um, we're still on FS 25, or I mean FS 22. We're on Westby row crop ready. So let me get a brief description on what's going on here. So this is the main farm. So the plot to this story is Grandpa's getting out of farming. So he got out of farming. He's going to sell the farms. He has two, technically three farms, but they're all one farm. So he was going to get out of it. He got out of it, and he asked if I wanted to take the farm over. So there's a few stipulations. As of right now, we don't own the land. So right now, I just own the equipment and the cows. He still owns the land. So at the end of the year, I will have to pay him for every acre that I'm farming. So this is the main cow barn. So as of right now, we have 30 cows here, and at the other farm we have another 20 cows. So we only have 10 milking right now. So, and we're just feeding them hay for right now. So let me get in here. We'll do a little flight, and I'll show you everything. So this is the main farm. Like I said, we're on Westby FS22 row crop. So we just started. So right now we have all the oats out there. We have an alfalfa field here. The rest is grass. We have some silage corn. Another field of silage corn. We baled all this for the cows. So right now this field is soybeans. We have oats over there. We baled all this grass to hay. So this is all beans. So that's the main farm. A lot of these fields will change as we start taking crops off and getting our fields set up. This is a wheat field. So this is our biggest field. So this field's going to be cash crop. So right now it's wheat. So we'll have a nice rotation between wheat, beans, and corn on this field. And it'll all be cash crop. So here's the second farm. So Grandpa purchased a lot of these in the main farm was bought in the 50s. This farm was bought in the early 90s. He bought this farm. So, and we are in the 2010s. So he farmed all this up until about 2000, and then he leased it out to another farmer. They didn't have any cows here. They just farmed the crops and baled the hay. But that contract was up between the farmer, and Grandpa knew I wanted to farm. So he's given me the chance to farm it all. Eventually we have to pay for every acre that we own. We have to pay Grandpa for. But right now he's giving me a couple years to buy all the equipment and the cows, and then try and pay that off and get established, and then we will end up buying all the farmland from him. So it's key for the first couple years. We're going to have a lot of cash crop, because the sooner we can pay the equipment off and get our cows established, the sooner I can get Grandpa paid, and we'll go from there. So we baled the hay off this field. It's soybeans now. We have oats. We have a lot of wheat and oats. That's more or less. We have some silage corn here, more silage corn here. So all this is our farm. So there's like 400 acres here between all of it. So it's a good chunk of land, good chunk to get started. And as you can see, we're preparing for wheat harvest. So, or I mean oats harvest. So everything's hooked up for oats. And we'll be harvesting this in the next day or two. So that's the fly of the farms. Like I said, Grandpa still lives here. So he's fortunate enough. He's letting me live over here. Grandpa's living over here. And he's giving me the main farmhouse to live in. So we'll land and I'll go through my equipment and just a short introduction of the series we're gonna start on here. So alright, so let me take that down, turn that off. Alright, so main farm, we have one fuel tank. So we got a chopper and a wagon. I still need to buy a corn head for it. We have a John Deere 535 baler. We have a sprayer, a Westby sprayer. We're in the 2010s. We have an international semi, the Dakota trailer. We have a Farm King as our auger. This was the only tractor that Grandpa saved. He had an auction and sold everything off, but he saved his 1586 that he bought brand new. So that's the only tractor. Grandpa still owns that. We have a John Deere haybine. We have our slurry tank. We have a round bale trailer for putting round bales on. Like I said, we're getting in the middle of oats to harvest. They're not ready today, but in the next day or two they'll be ready. We have a Parker grain cart. This is the only tractor I own so far. I have an 8100, so this is the workhorse. Like, it's gonna do everything between that and the 1586. We have a 7720 combine with a 20-foot grain table. We'll walk around. Okay. Turn this on so we can get to the other farm. As you can see, so this is the other farm. Turn that off. This tender's the co-ops, so we had some fertilizer and there's some seed in there. This is our lime spreader and fertilizer. We have a 750 drill, no-till. We have a 5-shank sunflower as our plow. So that's all of our equipment so far. Like I said, we got to add a few more pieces to it for equipment. We need a manure spreader. We're not going to have any corn this year, so everything's going to be. But next year we'll have to buy a corn head for the combine because we are going to plant corn. We still need a corn planter. We still need another tractor to help with tillage or planting or whatever. So that's the farm. Just wanted to give you a quick rundown on the farm and the series we're starting. But taking over Grandpa's farm. So trying to make it a successful dairy farm, and hopefully one day we can expand it to an actual big dairy. But as of right now, we have like 400 acres to work with, and that's what we're going to work with. We're not going to expand acreage anytime soon. So like I said, I gotta pay Grandpa for the farmland at some point. Our oats are getting there. The moisture still at 29, so I don't want to get docked too much on trying to dry these oats. So I'm gonna wait a day or so. But everything's set up for harvest. Still gotta feed our cows, and hopefully we can expand the dairy with the cows enough to where the cows will pay for the loan, at least majority of the loan, to eventually buy the farmland from Grandpa. So he's gonna give me a fair deal. I'll cut you into the details when that happens in the series, but right now we have a $600,000 operating loan for equipment and just to start. So all the crops were custom planted except for when I took over 2 months ago, or in April. So all the oats and wheat and silage was all custom planted because we didn't have anything to plant. The soybeans we ended up planting ourselves once we got the hay off that ground and turned them into a field. So thanks for watching. Hope to see you in the next video. Like and share, and I'll catch you in the next video. Thanks.